Welcome back, everyone, to our new vlog series, the 10 Hollywood Hacks, easy, portable tricks that you can take back for yourself, for your organization, to tell stories that change hearts and minds. We are on hack number 3. If you missed the introduction or the first 2 hacks, be sure to go back and check them out. Be sure to stay tuned for how you can get the rest of the hacks. Remember, there's 10 total, so was that 7 more coming at you? I don't do math, y'all. So hack number 3. Oh, thank you. My name is Duke Greenhill. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Rogue.
And I'm Stephanie Corso, the CEO and co-founder of Rogue Water.
And we're here, hack number 3.
Be universal.
Be universal, which means resonate with as many people as deeply as you can, right? How do we tell stories that anyone can access? And although it seems sort of contraindicative, like counterintuitive, the answer to being universal is to be as simple and as specific as you can be. You wrapping your head around that?
I'm working on it, yeah.
Okay. Even though universality seems like it might beg for not being specific, right? Generalities, it's not. It's a converse equation. The more specific you can be, the more it will resonate with a bigger audience. Last hack, we talked about Pixar's structure for stories, and you see the designer of that structure, that story model here quoted. And I'll let you guys read that if you haven't already. It's good stuff. But to prove the point that specificity and simplicity are really what make a story universally resonant, imagine this story. Imagine this story if you've seen it. And then see if when I tell you about this story, you can't see how the specificity in Frankenstein and Shape of Water made them universal stories, both in their own time, Best Picture winners, and certainly one of them, one of the best novels of all time. But many of you at home will know this story, Game of Thrones. What it's about is 7 kingdoms and the rulers of those 7 kingdoms infighting amongst themselves for power and control. All the while, some greater threat is coming from the north that we as the audience know if these 7 kingdoms don't stop fighting among themselves and band together and do something, then it's going to be the end of all of them, right? All of this takes place in a made-up fantasy world, which is hyper-specific, right? Very simple in that they made it up, but hyper-specific, so specific it couldn't even be the real world. With these characters who are driven by extremely specific things. Her past, right? The way people perceive her family. His past. The fact that he's a bastard. So on and so forth. Super, super specific. And yet what it's about, if you ask J.R.R. Martin, the author, is global warming. Something that couldn't be more global or universal, right? So specific in this case gets us to a story that resonated with, I think, up to hundreds of millions of people, perhaps, and is about something as big and pervasive as global warming.
Yeah, I think one of the areas that we struggle with in our sector is just we being in it or just get caught up in the complexity of it all. And we think, how are we ever going to tell this giant story when really it starts with one person's story? And just given my own background, the story I always want to tell is the story of the man and the woman out there in the field doing that work. And you can really use their story to touch on just that universal spirit of hard work and of, not everybody knows the work that you do that goes into making something possible. A lot of us in some form or fashion feel undervalued or maybe not fully understood the value that you bring. And so kind of being able to shine a light on that and making someone say, I didn't even know that, can open up the opportunity for a bigger conversation.
Totally. I mean, I can't think of a water story that has the potential to be more specific than the story of the men and women in the field. And yet, I promise you, your entire audience will resonate with the hard work, the dignity, the service that those men and women provide. So specific and simple gets you your universal, big, resonant story. Thanks again for joining us for hack number 3. Check out the videos that came before and stay tuned for the ones that are coming.